first off, I'm trying to make sure everything is set here. So we're starting off with normally our USD pairs. So I've been awake early, and as I woke up, I saw that the pairs are already, when I say active now, whatever, but basically they are so basically I saw that all USD pairs, so from my own study last week, this was from my study last week, I noticed that all USD pairs are flipping. They were flipping. So I had a different bias for them, like USD JPY, USD CAD, and the rest of them. The bias was to buy, while GBP, USD, Euro USD, and the rest of them, the bias was to sell. But when market closed, I noticed certain candle closed, and I had to check it and confirmed that okay, from my end it seems that the market has shifted. Alright, it's not like the market cannot still shift though. It can still shift even with where it is at right now. There's a very high possibility that it will shift again. Very high possibility that it can shift again, but for now I have to follow the structure and follow what price is doing part time. And so for now I am treating the USDs as a bearish market for now. Alright, I'm treating them as a bearish market for now. Yeah, and let's, before we go straight into the analysis, for those of you that are on X, the way for you to make sure that what we're doing is get its maximum reach, you should retweet the space. So just go ahead and retweet the session. When you do so, it increases the reach of the session. So thank you very much as you do that. Okay, so I think I can proceed from here and then. Now looking at USD-JPY, we're starting off with USD-JPY. The first thing I noticed was after market closed though, so first thing I noticed was I went to the one hour time frame. I started seeing this break of structure. So let's take this one off. So I started seeing this break of structures. So first thing was this, and now we can even see that price has broken this structure here. So to me it has just flipped, and the traditional trend line breakout was also there. With this alone, I was like, this guy is already shifting, and so that's why that's why I'm selling now. That's why I'm selling. So I'm holding a sell on USD JPY. If you have maybe if you have a bias, probably you want to take the trade. I'm talking about the sell bias now. Probably you want to also maximize on the sell also. You can do so. You can just follow through with what we're doing, right? You can follow through. So for now, I don't know whenever, but for now I'll be treating USD JPY as a sell market until the market shows us otherwise. And my target is just this low. Normally I would have targeted like way below all these levels, but this drawn liquidity that I'm expecting that price will first of all mitigate, or first of all get to, because from here I feel if price does this, I see from here we might start seeing a range, few pullbacks and all that shit. So yeah, that's for USD right? Then for USD card, the same bias. So on USD card, I noticed the breakout, which is the shift of structure also from the 1 hour time frame. So I could see this first, and then I saw this second too. So the way it closed, it showed that price was going away, like price was already off. So I entered momentarily. I entered with the momentum with the 2 hour candle close. So I just entered like that after I went to the bearish engulfing on this candle. So I waited for it to, I marked this level, is a key level that I marked. So I just marked this key level. After price broke through it retested on that key level, then gave a candlestick confirmation here. That was the reason why I took on this sell. So it's not something that we can take on, given that I took on the sales very early in the morning. I'm talking about like around 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. when the spread was already balanced. That's when I took on the sell, because if I had waited till daybreak like morning now, I wouldn't have taken the trade. The trade would have left me alone. But I took the trade because I had already seen, I took the trade because I had already seen or analyzed this. So I was expecting it to dump already from on Saturday. I was done with my market review and everything before 6 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. So I was expecting this to happen. So as it stands now, I'm expecting that price comes down here. So this is the drawn liquidity, as we say, the targets. So this will be my target for now until it's met, before I look for something else like a second bias. Then for USD CHF, now USD CHF, just the way I'm selling USD per USD card, I'm supposed to be doing that with USD CHF. But looking at USD CHF, I don't have any confirmation of sorts, none whatsoever. I don't have. So price is just ranging above this level, and this level where price is ranging at, it's a very important level, So this level that price is ranging at presently, it's an important level. Why? Because if you pick out this high and you drag it out, you will see that it's also a key level. You see that that's where price broke through. It broke past that level, and then it didn't just break past it, it retested it. So if you go to 1 hour, you will see that it retested it here before eventually going up. So I don't like trading anything without confirmation. I don't like trading anything at all that does not have any confirmation. I don't like trading it until there is a confirmation. Yes. So I'm supposed to sell, but I can't just hop in on the sell and say, okay, no, I'll sell now. No, because price is trading presently at the key level. So I can't just play with price anyhow until I have until I have better confirmations as to, with respect to the price action. So for USD CHF, I am still expecting that price will sell off. Now for this one, I had a different drawn liquidity. So the drawn liquidity that I was looking at was here. Yes, there's a reason why I'm looking at this area as a drawn liquidity, because previously, yes, it had this sweep of liquidity. This is what people or other persons will call protected low, protected this and that, and I already have it as a bias that if price takes out this low, the momentum is going to be strong enough to take this out, because this cannot then be inducement anymore for this buy to go on. So that's just the logic behind it. I just when price comes down, eventually breaks down to this low and breaks this particular structural low here, it's definitely going to be taking out this guy. So this one then automatically becomes the drawn liquidity for USD CHF. Okay, so USD CHF, I have my drawn liquidity, but I'm waiting for selling things. I'm just waiting for selling things. And also, if you want to, like, okay, you want to go much more to the higher time frame, if you check your 8 hours, you check your daily, from this one now, you will see that price actually retested this fair value gap here. Okay, and it's not just that it just retested it, the fair value gap is not just in a random place. This is the structure that you have here. So you had this here, a sweep of liquidity, then it dropped. Are you seeing it now? So, and then you had the high formed and then it dropped. So in other words, this was the last break of structure in the 4-hour time frame, given that this became the what, the origin of this break of structure. So this is the structure high, this is the structure low. So this one is not going to be valid again anymore until we have, you know, a shift of structure above this level. But automatically there was a fair value gap just resting above it. So price did this now, you know, then it caused the change of character first, which is a failure to break this low, and then retested the fair value gap way up. So what I want to see now is a complete change of character also. So for me now, what I'm waiting for price to come back, then disrespect this low that is here. So when you have something like this, okay, then I can take the sell way down to this drawn liquidity. Alright, so pretty simple. That's what I'm waiting for. Waiting for price to take out this low, then eventually sweep liquidity, then take the sell down. Alright, that's on USD chart. Then for GBP USD, so the same way I noticed that all these pairs, these pairs were flipping and all that, right? I quickly changed my bias also for the pairs that has to do with GBP USD, Euro USD, NZD USD, AD USD, and the rest of them. I changed it immediately, and hold on now. So I changed them immediately, and this is what I have. So for GBP USD here, go to the 1 hour time frame, you see that an inducement has been formed. I've set my alert already there, so an inducement has been formed already at this level, and this is also an unmitigated POI, so nothing has mitigated it. An inducement has been formed, so price broke through the high, retested that high, and then moved on. Normally I would have bought from here, but this was where the candle closed on Friday. So I have the theory: if candle closes on Friday this way and objective have not been met, because meaning a new objective has been set, which is drawn liquidity has not been met. So if that drawn liquidity has not been met, price usually will revisit the Friday's low to come back to revisit the Friday's low, which is this one, and then take it off before eventually going way up to meet the new drawn liquidity. Do you get that? So that's why I have this now. So from the 4-hour time frame, I guess you can see it clearly. I want price to first of all come down, take out that low that we can see. Once it takes out that low, then I'll be buying GBP USD. Some places might already be buying already though, but not me. I'm just waiting for few confirmation. Just waiting for a few confirmation. Yeah, coming. So once price comes back down to this level, I'm definitely going to be buying whatever price is going to do here. I'll be buying. I have, you know, those USD card, USD whatever, the one we analyze first. I'm already on those trades even right now, and they seem to be running very well. So I'm just waiting for the likes of GBP USD. You will see the rest of them. So you can keep this also, you know, in your watch list to watch. That's if you trade it though. It's not, I'm not telling you to add something that you don't trade on your own. So you don't need to go and change whatever you used to do or normally do. Okay, so that's for GBP USD. So GBP USD, wait for prices to back this Friday's low, and then likely to have a continuation from there. Check it. Alright, then the next one you have is on GBP JPY. I've been holding this buy from Friday last week, although I did not see any change of bias or whatever. Okay, it was pretty simple for the buy. The buy was simple. There was a sweep of liquidity here. I had two type of entry. I could enter two times. The first one was a sweep of liquidity here, an inducement formed, and then for price to just mitigate. Second entry was the same thing, a sweep of liquidity here, and I knew that okay, since this level is a failed break, that's the same entry again. So basically that's what I just did. I've been holding it since last week, and it's yet to hit its own TP, so I'm still waiting on this. So there's no analysis on this one yet until there's a flip. Maybe the structure has now changed from a buy to a sell, and then that's when I will, immediately close my trade, even if it has not met its target. Immediately I'll close the trade and then trade whatever the price action is showing me for now. I need to drink water. But to stand up now to go to that, to stand up and get water now is the issue. I guess I don't have a choice. I'll be back. Let me go and get water. I need to drink water. My throat is so dry. You Alright, so there was this trade on GBP CHF, but this one I kind of like missed it. I didn't take it. So that during my market review, I then figured out that I missed a trade on this guy GBP CHF last week. So I didn't bite myself about it that I missed a trade on what month, because missing a trade is not the end of the world, right? So if you look at this was just an inducement trade. Price just took out the inducement and then boom, it goes. So this POI was the unmitigated POI that I marked. I guess I forgot to set the what's that thing called now again? Yeah, I forgot to set the alert. That's the market alert that I normally would have set, but I forgot to set it down. That was the reason why I couldn't take the trade on GBP. Alright. So again, like I said, for those that are just joining me, the ones that I'm joined, I don't know wherever you are watching from. If you're watching from YouTube, share the link to your friends and anybody. If you're watching from X, do well to, you see that retweet, there's a retweet button. You will not see, I don't think you see the retweet button live. You have to go back, then retweet the session, just retweet it. It will not take you anything to do so. But oh my hand, damn. Alright, so let's proceed. So for GBP, yeah, I don't know, I don't have any present whatever on it, because the drawn liquidity now has been met, which is this guy. So till whenever it gives any stop. But I think for me, the only one I might consider as okay, I'll look at it, will be a failed block, which is reclaimed block, or what you call QMR, Quasimodo. So since there's super liquidity here, it means that whatever you wanted to use in this area failed, which is the rejection block there. So it should just be wise to take a continuation from here up. But the level to which I doubt that happening is so high, is so high that I feel it cannot even happen, because for price to retrace down to this level, it has to be just that one candle movement, those impulsive movement here. So it has to be those kind of candle. If it's not that kind of candle, forget it. If price eventually comes here and it's not that kind of impulsive move that just retraces back, it will not respect it, it will not buy from there. In fact, maybe it gets there, it's going to cause a shift. Why? Because before it gets here, you will see that it's going to be expanding. So that retracement can lead to an expansion. That expansion might not just be a little pullback. I saw that meme. The meme says, you go first of all think say na pullback. You go think you go think say the trade na pullback, but my bro, no be pullback. It's not pullback. The trade has the trade has agenda to take you out, alright? So that's why you must be very versatile when making your analysis. When I mean versatile, you should be careful. Don't be the one to rush. Don't be the one to jump. You get. Don't be the one to always be. You're always rushing. You're always jumping. Just be calm. Alright. So you calm. Take your trade with how long. Take your trade however, and then you'll be fine. Making analysis is one of the simplest things. I enjoy doing them. That is doing it live with us. It's not like I'm supposed to. It's not like I get money from it, but I enjoy doing it because it's part of my routine every day. It's part of my routine every day. So, and it doesn't take me up to. If I was just the one doing my analysis, it won't take me up to 10 minutes to do all the pairs that I trade, both synthetics and this. It won't take me, if I'm going to add synthetics, it won't take me more than 20 minutes. It won't take me up to maybe 10 minutes plus 15 minutes. I'm done. I just look at what I want to get out to move to the next one. So you should make it. What I'm trying to say is, you should make it an habit. Okay, make it an habit to do market preview. Most times, one of the reasons why you usually have fear of missing out, FOMO. When you have FOMO now, fear of missing out, there are certain things that will happen. You will enter the trade maybe too early. If you enter the trade too early, that's the problem. That's the problem with it already on its own. So the fear of missing out doesn't just happen. There's something that is making it to happen. So if once you can inculcate the habit of always do your market surveys, your market reviews before you trade. Another mistake that most people or majority do is, when you are now on the trade, that's when most of them want to go and do analysis. And it's not supposed to be done that way. It's not supposed to be done that way. So that is my advice for you. So that's on GCHF. The next one we have is on GBP/AUD. Now for GBP/AUD, I don't see anything that's going to make this guy to make it to buy rather. For now, it might buy very soon, but for now it is still a sell. Alright, for now it's still a sell. The sell is still going on. Okay, so if you can see it now. So you have the first touch here, second touch here, and this is the third touch. And usually the third touch on the trend line is very strong. It's a very strong signal for continuation. So the third touch are very strong continuation signals. Then fourth and fifth touch are signals that the trend is ending. In fact, when you have the first touch, second touch, third touch, and probably the fourth touch is successful, the fifth touch, expect it to be a market raid. Market is not going to, in any way, the market is not going to respect that whatever it wants to do. It will not do. It will take it out, and the market will not respect it. You get it? And I'm not just talking from talking sake. You can confirm it yourself, right? You can confirm it yourself. I think TechRace and Kevin Talent has also written something about it some time ago. Yeah, I think so. I think they wrote something. They did a video explanation on that. I know me, I trade trend line, so I already know that for long. So usually when you have a fifth touch, you are seeing a fifth touch on the trend. Just expect that trend to end at that moment. Alright. So that's for GBP/AUD. If there is a confirmation to do something else, otherwise then we will do. But for now, I don't have any bias for this. I didn't take the sales, so no bias for now. The how market closes today will determine if I'm going to take a sell. If I'm going to take a sell, it will be from here, because this is a bearish engulfing. As you can see, after price touch the trend line here, you can see that it engulfed this candle, and this is the 4-hour candle. 4-hour candle no reveals. So if you go to maybe 2 hours, okay, there's nothing there, but that's why I stay on the 4-hour candle. So you would expect price to come back, fill up that level, then we can take a sell from there. But for now, since that is not happening, we don't force trade here. Alright, just move on to the next one. So this is GBP CAD. Wait, I know say I did this trade, and I believe say this trade must be here before. Okay, yeah, so this GBP CAD, I have this buy. There's a reason for the buy. So when you go to 1 hour, okay, I can see that this is a range, so I'm going to delete it. So you see, this is a range. Market was ranging. So I'm very sure that you are familiar with the principle around what's it called now? Yes, accumulation, manipulation, and distribution, which is the power of 3. Alright, that's just what I used to trade this level here. So instead of starting here, because I started from here like this, so that's see, okay, price accumulated at that level. Although all this level is correct that it does, or it did so, but this was the level of which I started watching it. Then I noticed that, oh, price now came out from it here as a manipulation, and then, oh, I saw that price went ahead to take out this high. The moment I saw price taking out this high, all my signals were to say, alright, no problem, we are going in for a buy, and that's why I'm holding the buy. So you can see this buy right now. So this is where I bought from here. I'm just going to shift this guy. Yep. So the buy is here, and price is presently retracing, so it's even good. You can take a buy continuation from where price is, or you wait for certain market conditions. Let me see an example. An example of a market condition that you can wait for is in the minute time frame. Yeah, in the minute time frame, just wait for. Let's just go and check it. There's no need for me to tell you to just wait. Okay. So you can see that yes, in the minute time frame, there are certain levels. I'll delete this. So there is this level here that has a sweep. Then there's this. Okay. There's this level here that has a sweep also. And this one has an engulfing candle. So. But what can you see here? There's liquidity here. So there's a build up of liquidity from this point to this point. Alright. This thing they misbehave sometimes. So there is build up of liquidity from this point like this to this point. So what am I trying to tell you already? I'm telling you that price will most likely just take them out. So if you want to trade the continuation now, your best chance of trading that continuation will be here. So you wait for price to come down, take out this low. I think that's the same level that I'm presently buying from. You just take out the low and then you buy from there. That one you are trading now with the confirmation. Right? So instead of me using my mouse to just explain it, I just say, well, let me just show you what I'm trying to say. Okay, it's better to just show you what I was trying to say. So we're proceeding to the next one. So the next one that I have on my list is 0 USD. I think I bought 0 USD, right? I didn't miss it. No, I did not miss it. I bought it. It's just my entry was a bit after because I had to rush. So like I told you, that the way the market closed on Friday, and I made a post about it. For those that are following me, I'm certain that you must have seen the post I made that I pity those that are really trading USD pairs without doing like normal or proper reviews on them, because price already gave a particular clear, and when I mean clear, I mean clean structure. Before, the structure was so clean for the sale to continue, but the way it all flipped, they are just as a result of the whole what they call it, the instability, the political instability in the geopolitical world. That is, with the present fight and between the United States, Israel, and Iran. That alone is causing a very big instability here. So it's affecting the strength of the USD. It's affecting the strength of these USD pairs, relative to time. Per time. That's what we used to say in economics then. So when Friday closed, I saw that price broke the structure, and I saw that price actually then tested this level here. There's a reason why I marked it, because this was a break of structure here before, so I marked it and then price retested it. I just knew that shit, this was it. But the reason why I had a later entry, like my entry was not really at this particular point. What have I done? Yeah. So my entry is at 1.17071. If you look at the entry here, the entry is showing 1.17003. So that disparity is as a result of that midnight spread. When the spread eventually opened, it opened up like around here. So 17071 is around here. Yeah. So it opened around here. So it's still close, it's still close. So I'm holding this buy, and I'm holding the buy up until this high. So this level now is my drawn liquidity here. This is the drawn liquidity here. So like I said, sorry that I could not send, or sorry that we cannot take the trade now, because obviously it was in the midnight. I took this trade around 12 o'clock. So I took the trade around 12 o'clock. There was no way at all that I don't know. Many of us were not sleep. Many of us don't sleep, child. There's one group chat like that. I was seeing that traders, all of us, they were sending messages in the group chat around 2 a.m., 3 a.m. till around to 4. I've confirmed that traders don't sleep again these days. And I don't think it's just traders don't sleep. I think it's the present day, like waiting they happen presently. People don't really sleep that much, People don't really sleep again like how they used to sleep before. Majority of us have now become adults and all that. So we have to thinking of, we have things that want to get better at and all that. So let's proceed. So on EURUSD, this is what I expect. Let's see how it goes. EURUJPY. Now EURUJPY, I and the community, I have a set of traders, Ola Prime traders. I told you that you can join Ola Prime traders. Ola Prime traders, what it entails is simple. You just buy an account using the link in my bio. Send me a proof that yes, you did that, you bought the account. Then I add it to a group. There's a particular group chat. Then in that group we are going to trade for the next 3 months. That 3 months is to pass your account, to level up your trading, everything. So Ola Prime traders, they had about, the trades that we took here last week were about 7% up. We finished the week with around 7%, stronger last week. So I've sent new trades already for the week though. So this trade presently was part of this trade, EURUJPY. What we did here was I sold based on this break of structure here and a retest of this thing. I taught a particular strategy to everybody. I'm certain that few persons that are here also might have heard me speak about it, which is the gap concept. And the gap concept entails that when price closes after a break of structure and price closes with a gap, that is, there's an impulsive move after the break of structure, there is a gap after the break of structure, that's the fair value gap after the break of structure, whatever kind of gap it is. that the first thing that price will do, that price does not need to sweep liquidity in such scenarios. What price simply needs to do is either it goes back to retest that breaker block, or it uses the POI that has been above it if the breaker block is not available. So basically that's what happened here. I noticed the breaker structure, I saw the impulsive move. The only thing I had to do was just wait for the mitigation, proper mitigation of that level, which is this whole level here. And immediately price did that. Immediately it did that. Then we waited for this flip. So we sold from here down. The trade was supposed to be 3R, but I sensed some rejections, and so I had to send an update that everybody should close their trade at exactly 2.7R, and we did that. So instead of, this was the TP, so we closed our trade exactly at this point, and after we close the trade, we see that price is now retracing upwards. So for now, I don't know, I don't have a present bias, because if I should analyze this right now, I'll tell you that this is my dealing range, which is, this is my high, my structural high, and this is my structural low. So price is not anywhere, like it's just random. For now, it's not anywhere. It's not giving something important as of now. So it's better to trade something that is clear than to just go into the field of the unknown. So on EuroJPY, until it's clear, I won't be trading it. What is this? Euro AUD. Oh yeah, Euro AUD. Wait, I'm on this trade. $1,000. Oh shit, here's the card selling like mad. What the fuck? Jesus, damn it. Damn, which one is it? Really is this buying? Okay. Sorry, I was just surprised that which trades, because I know that I left this running trade around $400. So I saw it as $1,000, so obviously something happened that caused a spike, guys. That was my surprise. So we're looking at Euro AUD. I'm presently on the buy trade right now. This is not my entry, shall we? Let me check my phone for the entry. My entry is around 36. Yes, 1.6. What's this? 63671 63. What am I doing? That's the wrong thing. Yeah, entry 36. What? 636. No, 63671 is the stop loss. Is the entry. My stop loss is at. Let me see. Stop loss is at this thing. 63357. 63357. And then my take profit is at. Okay, now let's take profit here. Take profit is at 64586. Yeah. So okay. So this is the trade. I just took this trade here. So for those of you that maybe are taking the trade now, you can take the trade now from here. So me, I'm holding the trade is a 3R, or since you have an early entry, it is going to be a 4-hour trade. Mind you, we can hit stop loss, right? We don't mind, but we don't mind. So what's the reason for me buying? The reason is basically what 1 hour shows me. So there is a break of structure here, and it has formed like an inducement. So what I'm just expecting is for price to just, continue that whole thing and then go back up. That's basically it. And usually when you see me, maybe I'm defining my targets. I'm just going to say this for saying sake. When you see me defining my target, that I'm setting a target for price at certain levels, yada yada yada, right? You should know that they are based on swing points. I've said this before, I'm just saying it for those of them that this is your first time joining me, or is your first time being on the live session like this one. My target is usually the second swing point, because according to the data that I've gathered, I don't backtest anymore like I used to. But before I was a chronic I had a chronic problem with backtesting. I gathered too much data. From the data that I gathered, price will usually from where your drawn liquidity rather will usually be a second swing point, always a second swing point. So I think that period I was looking for ways to maximize and leverage on profits. Ouch, what kind of headache is this? Ow. So I was looking for ways to maximize on profits, and that was when I came about it. So if you look at this target now, you will see that this is the first swing point and this is the second swing point. All my trades, you can go and check it, all of them are based on that principle. So why I'm saying all my trade that you should check it is, I would not tell you something that I don't do. I am feeling a very sharp headache. Ouch. Oh boy, probably I didn't sleep. I didn't really sleep very well. So after this live session, I'll just go and probably find something to eat, and I guess I'll just sleep again. So let me be done with the live session first. So that's on EURUAUD. If you are taking the trade, I've not removed this thing here because I'm waiting for those ones that want to take the trade. If you are taking the trade, the entry point is at 1.63588. You can see that's the current market price, right? Then the stop loss level is at 1.63357, and the target, as you can see, also is 1.64586. That's the target. So I will be waiting. And waiting. I'll remove it shortly. Okay, I guess you've taken the trade. So that's the only way you do. Next, EURUGBP. For EURUGBP, I don't have any bias. So the only thing I'll just do is to just break it down. So we had the break of the structure here, which is automatically becomes our key level. We have an engineered liquidity here, and we also have an unmitigated POI here. I know that it's just here, but wisdom permits me to take all of this level, and I will reconcile it as a what's it called now, as a supply level. So point is, for me, I will wait for price I'll wait for price to get into this level like this, and then take a sell from there after confirmation. Again, afterwards confirmation. So immediately there's a mitigation here. The confirmation I want to wait for is there an engulfing candle, just like the one I showed you at with EURUCAD now for one of the Euro pairs. So is it an engulfing candle, a candle that has to do with like shifts and sweep of liquidity, those confirmation candle patterns and all that. So I'll be doing that for EURUGBP. Alright, so next is EURUCAD. Now for EURUCAD, it's just the same thing with the previous one we saw with one, I think it's EURUAUD, I guess. Is it Euro? It's GBP, it's not Euro, it's GBP. The GBP card, I think it's a GBP card. So you can see this now, this is also a third touch, so first touch, second touch, and this is a third touch. Now on this third touch here, you can see that there's a rejection, but after this rejection, let me see the 4 hours. I prefer the 4 hours. Okay, so the 4 hours here, this is it. So price would need to close below this level that I just marked here. This is the 4 hour candle, this is the candle that we tested on the trend line itself. So I would need price to close below this candle here. Once price closes below this candle, not rejecting it, closes below this candle, then I can look for a sell continuation to take out this low. Alright, and I think this candle is going to close in 1 hour from now. That's about 59 minutes. So the time 9 o'clock. Okay, 9 o'clock. Yeah, alright, so around 10 o'clock Nigerian time, that's when I'll come back and check on the card. So next is NZD/USD. This motherfucker did not give me any confirmation, neither did he give me a proper bias. So when I was doing my study on Saturday, early hours in the morning, I could not even find where this guy wanted to go. In fact, I was seeing a sell. The sell I was seeing was a 2 hour mitigation of POI here, which is this guy here that's not been mitigated. This is what I was even saying. But given the new fact that I have that okay, it seems all the USD pairs are flipped, I'm now very conservative with this one. Immediately price mitigate this PO right now. I will not be doing anything on guy. I will wait. To be honest with me, I will wait so that I'll see where price is going. Yeah, my account has hit certain TPs and the account is presently at 1.8% up. That's nice. So that's NZD-USD. I will wait for confirmation here. There ain't no way I'm taking this sell. There's no way I'm going to rush into this sell. No, I will wait. Anything you want to do should do. So same thing with the NZD-JPY. I didn't get any confirmation from it. But what I want you to have in mind is there was a breakout indeed. Yes. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Hold the fuck on there. Yikes. Yeah. So there was a breakout. This is a JPY, right? So 2 hours. Okay. So 2 hours. Instead of anything, there's an OB here. See the way I was quiet. Sorry, I thought I was talking to just myself. So there's an OB in that level there. Okay, that OB is confirmed now with 4 hours here. So I might be looking forward to selling this guy. So I need to check for proper confirmation by the way. So and then this one will be my vulnerability here. So thank God I had to check it because I would have missed this particular trade. If it were to sell from here now, that's from where it says here, I would have missed it if I didn't check properly. Like I've told you before, what did I say about my target swing point? So you can see this is the first swing point, this is the second swing point after the last reconstruction. So I think everything I trade, I think I do my best to show everybody the way it's done. Okay, so I will wait for this trade. Around 10 o'clock I will enter because I need the 4-hour candle to close. So that I don't just pop in and take, use risk entry and just take it an impulsive trade. You can see, as you can see, it's still very impulsive. So I will wait. So the best advice, maybe you trade it too, the best thing I can tell you to do is to wait. So wait for price, let it close. So the way it closes around the level, you can say, oh, but sometimes, and that's the real definition of what fear of missing out is. So I'll be like, oh, but if it closed, price would have already gone. Price would have left me. I'm very sure that you know what I'm talking about. But usually that's not the case, honestly speaking. It's not really the case. Because even if price goes, maybe price rejected your POI and then it's going, there are many ways you can trade a continuation. So if you now say, well, I don't know how to trade continuation, then you should know that that's a flaw on your side. Because your strategy, whatever you trade, you should master it to a way that you can trade continuations, you can trade whatever, you know when to run away from the trade, you know how to leverage on the trade. So it's like, the way I see it is your craft that you have to master. You master it, so don't always be scared. So this one now, will wait the next 55 minutes, which is almost an hour from now. I'll come back and then check for confirmations. Then if I get confirmations, obviously the first people I will send it to will be the Hola Prime traders. Then I can send it to the signal groups that, and then the channel. So I'll wait for the confirmation here because eventually it might not hold, it might just continue going up to go and take out this high. Let me show you. So it might just go up to take out this high, and that's why we wait. So very important to be patient. So next is NZD card. I don't have any buyers here because the guy looks very, very rough. And what I've been expecting is that this fair value gap like this one should be filled, which is the consequent encroachment should be filled. Then I think a buy can start from there. So but for now, that's what I'm waiting for price to do. Then NZD CHF. Basically, most of the NZD trade I don't just have any buyers on them. No. But this one also, the buyer that I had for this one, I had to close it. It was a buy, but I don't regret closing the trade though. I don't. The reason is there was a super liquidity here. There's super liquidity here, and then price, now Quasimodo, which is this, and so price came back here. Okay, it was not even me that closed the trade here, because I'm looking like, wait, did I really close the trade? I didn't close the trade. I got stopped out with spread. So if you look at it here, the buyers was to buy because of this super liquidity. The buyers was to buy from here. So when price came, immediately got down to that low. He wicked me out, which is the spread opened up. This was during rollover time. So if you watch the time, watch what I'm doing here. If you look down, if you look below, you will see that was around 2200, and that's like around the period of the rollover. So at this moment here, price opened up. I mean the spread rather opened up. So it took me out, and that was the way I had a loss on this guy, NZDCHF. So I know that it's obvious that maybe I was buying this guy. So no buyers presently. AUD/USD was the fastest TP this morning. What the fuck just happened? One of my trades hit TP. USD card has hit TP. So AUD USD was a pretty simple trade. Like I said, I noticed the flip already happening after I did my review on Saturday morning, and so I just marked out the POI that our price was going to mitigate, and it hit TP very way before any other. So that's around almost 4 hours. So it was a good trade, thank God. I've not even posted it, but I don't need those. Not everything that they post. So I don't have the buyers again for AUD/USD. Probably later on I look for a confirmation for it though. So for AUD/JPY, nothing. I don't see anything here. I got a message from somebody that was like, how do you watch all these pairs? First off, that you see me analyze all of these pairs does not mean that I trade all of these pairs at the same time. I'm analyzing all of them because of you people eventually, because some of you trade some pairs. I don't want to be reading the charts, as maybe you are dropping the charts or wherever you're saying, I check this pair, check that pair. So I just add all of the pairs together. So no matter the pair that you trade, I go still come your own. Basically, that's it. So just for you to know that. So on AUD card, I don't have any buyers. Like the reason why I don't have anyone is because this is where I'm looking at. Price is retesting it, and this is the last low here. So what I'm expecting to happen is supposed to be a sell continuation, and yes, there was first of a retracement to it, a pullback, and now another one here. So I think what I'll wait for again also will be what I said last time. Let's wait for how price will close below this 4-hour high and for this 4-hour candle that just formed. So if price close here with a bearish, like a bearish continuation, then it's very okay for you to look for a sell from there. Then this will be your draw on liquidity. Alright, so yeah. I already told you why now. 2 swing points, so here and here. Okay, so next one, get out of the way, get out the way, get out the way. So AUD/CHF, no buyers. This guy has been giving clean structures. I don't have any trade on it. Then for CAD JPY, I had a structure that I was waiting for, but I didn't get any mitigation. And in fact, I even wanted to sell. Let me show you something. I wanted to sell from here. There was a breakout here as of last week. You see, this is the 4-hour structure. I wanted to sell, but I waited for confirmation. I did not see. I just came back like 1 hour later. I just saw that price had really gone up. So in my mind, I was like, if I'm one of those aggressive traders and I entered rapid sell at that level, I would have been liquidated. And that's the reason why I always suggest and advise that you are always patient. Always stay patient. You don't need to rush. You're not rushing to anywhere. Alright, so that's on CAD JPY. Then okay, CAD CHF, we have this trade running. I sent it both to the Telegram channel. Many of you don't even know I have a Telegram channel. But some persons right now, they know because I'm live on Telegram channel, I'm live on YouTube, I'm live on X, I'm not yet live on TikTok, but these are the places I'm live on presently. So I sent this trade on the Telegram channel of Card CHF. I also sent it to the Hola Prime traders and other places I was supposed to send them to. So the trade is running fine. It's just a 4.49 hours, so almost 5 hours, and it's close to TP because I'm looking at my phone here. That MT5 blue light or green light is already showing on the trade, so it's close to TP. What's the reason for taking the trade was basically simple. I told you, when there's a break of structure, how does candle close after the break of structure? Is there a gap? Is there a fair value gap? Is there an impulsive move? In this case, yes, there was. Next thing is, okay, what do? I just wait for the pullback into that level, check for setting confirmation. In this case, there was another block. I'm certain about it, so something was in front. This is it here, and that was what I just used from there. And not just that, and then I also used this liquidity. All right, so that does it for card CHF. For CHF JPY, we already had this take profits from last week, so I didn't even post this. So there are many things I don't really used to post because I like not be everything that they post. Not be everything that they post. So, ooh, dear Jesus. Alright, so on CHF JPY, I don't have a present trade on it. Let me show you something else that I'm looking at or I'm seeing. So there is a sweep of liquidity here. Sorry, here. So a sweep of liquidity here. So automatically here, this is also respecting this fair value gap here. Alright, that's what it's respecting. So I'm supposed to take it as a buy. In fact, it's actually a good thing to take it as a buy from that level because this is the failed order block here. So the failed order block is usually what we refer to as a reclaimed block. So I can take a buy position from here up, from here to that high. But you see, the thing about me is that I don't trade until I see confirmation. There's no way I'll take any trade until I see confirmation, and the confirmation must be clear. So in this case, the reason why I did not buy or why I have not bought here is because number one, all the other block have been mitigated. So let's look at this together. So this might eventually buy, but I really do not care. Alright, it might eventually buy, I don't care, but because I'm a very technical trader, so I'm checking what's going on part time. So if you look at this now, you see that this has been mitigated already by this guy. So they have all been mitigated, and now see this one now, this is a rejection block, has been mitigated here, but was not even respected. So that's the reason why this would then now look. So some people are now buying already. This is the way I flip my mind to think away from being liquidity. It's not like if I think this way, I would not still hit stop loss. There's nothing like that. Anybody that tells you that you have a system that, you know, brags about it, you can brag about your system, but don't be rude about it. So I'm thinking that, oh, since all the POI is here, I trade 2 hours. My POI, I only pick it from 2 hours. So since all the POI is here, they have been mitigated. There is zero POI that have not been mitigated here, or unmitigated POI here. This low automatically becomes a drawn liquidity. Why? Because it is a level where a lot of persons are buying from. So if a lot of persons are buying from this level, to me it's suggesting that price is going to go lower. So we might come to this on Wednesday and then check how it is and all that. But yeah, I just had to break that down so that you get a sneak peek into the way I think and my medulla oblongata. So for US oil, I think this one, I didn't just send the trade to the channel. I sent it to Hola Prime traders. I sent it to the Telegram channel. And then I sent it on X also, on US oil. Why? It was pretty simple. There was an impulsive move. There was a shift of structure. So here, let me show you. So here, there was a break of structure here, and when I saw the way price was going up like this break of structure now, this particular break of structure was as a result of the opening of the Strait of Hormuz. You can either call it the Strait of Hormuz or you call it the Persian Gulf. I know a lot about fundamentals, or I don't know. I don't really pay attention to it. I don't give a fuck, Charlie. So when they opened the Persian Gulf, shortly last week, that's when oil sold off. Then the moment Trump send the US Army, the US Navy to cause a blockade on the other side of the Strait of Hormuz, then Iran also did the same thing. They closed it, so they said, oh, it's closed. Then price started spiking up. So when the moment it spiked up, I know a lot of persons were already having a sale here. So technically speaking, if they were selling from here, it's quite alright, because this is your normal SBI, right? So you have inducements and POI, so it's supposed to continue going down. One of my trading partner, she sent me buyers on this, and my candid advice was, I said, don't sell. The reason why you should not sell is because of the fundamental backing it up, that since the war is still going on, the ceasefire, because they had a ceasefire, the ceasefire has been, they didn't respect it. They extended the ceasefire, and the Strait of Hormuz is still closed. I say for now, oil is going to buy. I don't know how it's going to happen, but it's still going to buy. So eventually, price respected that technicals, and it pulled back. So if you look at the 2-hour time frame, you see that I told you. I think I break down my analysis very well for you to understand how I trade. I trade the 4-hour structure. I use the 2-hour POIs and 1-hour forwards for targets, which is to check for swing points. So it's pretty simple. So I waited for price to come back to this 2-hour order block here. You can see that here, and that's where we took a buy from. So the total trade, or the total RR on this trade, is around 5 hour plus. So still holding it. I'm sensing that there might be a surge from here now. That's why price has been ranging. So I sent an update also to the Holla Prime traders for them to close this particular trade on Friday. So yep. So for BTC, we had a buy here. So this one already go. It already go. Let me see. So where BTC is presently, did it break the structure? Oh shit, it did not break the structure. So what this is looking at to me now is that it's looking like a double top. Do you know what a double top signifies? A double top is usually found during market shifts. When you see a double top, the trend is about to shift, that is from a bearish structure to a bullish structure, or from a bullish structure to a bearish structure. So in this case, this trend is about to shift. If it takes out this neckline, it's called the neckline. If it takes it out, then it is going to shift. So this is a double top. So for those of you that trade BTC USD, my advice would be wait, let price come. If it breaks this structure, this particular low here, then we'll start looking forward for further confirmations, and then a probable sell might kick off from there. So we'll come back to that on Wednesday. So okay, these are the few of the trades that are still running. Yeah, and so this is the USD card that has hit take profits. Very impulsive trade. So drawing liquidity has been met on this guy here. This guy, remember what I said about USD CHF? I said wait, less price takes out this low. If you take out the low, then we'll start looking forward to selling. We don't rush in this place. We trade based on confirmations and precisions. Alright. So this one also, oh yeah, beautiful. So remember this trade, GBP card, I told you that you should buy when price gets to that level. There's a sweep of liquidity in that level. So price has come. So if you want to take the trade now, you can take the trade on the current market price, which is at 1.84591. Then the stop loss is at 1.83790. The target is just that high. I told you I use the second swing point, so we have 1 2, so the target will be around 1.85708. all right, price is presently pulling back strongly to that level, so you should wait if you trade anything like that. USD is still working well, I think. All right, and this guy, we just took this trade on Euro AUD, so I think, oh, there's something I'm not checking, which is gold. Goldina. I think gold and US oil. No, gold and yes, Nasdaq, US 30 and US 100. So for gold, I'm still holding a sell. Wait, make I go check myself first. So I'm still holding a sell on gold though. I'm holding a sell on gold, but I want to check if there's a confirmation to do something else. Alright, there's a shift of structure here. I usually consider this as this. I think I might be buying gold now. I want to close my sell on gold. So if you took the gold sell that I sent as signal, because I sent the gold sell as signal, so I've closed my gold sell now. I want to buy. So how do I do this now? That's the confirmation. I have to use 2 hours POI. So from 2 hours there's already a mitigation of this other block here. So I have to cover this whole place. So from 2 hours there's also a sweep of liquidity here. So this POI, I can trust it to hold. My swing points, okay, market close here, so I might not trade this one for long. It might just be maybe a 1 hour trade. I already missed the original entry. It's supposed to be here. Ew, Jesus. So if I want to take it to this high now, so price close like this one. So we have one up to here. Like 2.54 RR. So if I'm taking it to current market price now, the blood of Jesus. If I do this, I'm just going to take the whole high off. Let me see if it's valid for 4 hours. So even if I take a loss here, no problem, I don't mind. So I'm going in for a buy. This shows that the lowest stop loss will be around $54. If you don't have up to $54, don't take it though. So I'm taking this trade now. Okay, from here the lowest lot size is $55. So let me use this. Let me risk this little one. No need to risk too much. Okay, yep. Target is here. What's the TP? The TP is 489430. Done. Alright. So I've taken a new trade on gold. Then for Bitcoin, we've seen Bitcoin, we've seen oil. So US 30, I'm waiting for price to take out, like to pull back to this level. So I plan to buy this guy from here. Even if I hit stop loss, I don't mind. I plan to buy this guy from here, just down to this high like this. So I've been waiting. This is since last week. I've been waiting. If it doesn't mitigate that POI, I'm not doing anything like that. This is the original drawn liquidity, so I might just buy it way off to that level there, like that. So that's for US 30. Then US 100, I don't have any buyers on it. Now. Alright, so this is really easy. I think this brings us almost to the end of this session. We're in a new week, yeah. I posted something yesterday and I'm going to repeat what I said, but I'm not going to stay long here. And this is what I have to say. In this new week, you don't want to make the same mistakes that you are always used to making. You'll be like, oh, every time now you do this thing, every time now you do this thing. You don't want to make it, because the repetition of a mistake is something that you do 2 times and then you correct. When it becomes something you repeat for the 3rd time, it is no longer a mistake, but it becomes what? An habit. You are doing it for the 3rd time. Alright? So it means that the first time that you did it, you did not learn from it, you did it again. 2nd time, you did not learn, you did it again. 3rd time now, you're not doing it. So it is no longer what? It's no longer a mistake again. It is now your habit. And the greatest nemesis to a trader is what? It's his habits. Look at successful traders, profitable traders, and unprofitable traders. What they do shows to a great extent the status of profitability. Alright? If you tend to repeat the same thing and you're doing the same thing over and over again, and when I mean the same thing, I mean the things that are holding you down, and you keep on repeating those mistakes over and over again, alright, it is very detrimental to your whole journey. It will cause you to be stagnant, it will cause you to make mistakes, it will cost you money, and that is not good. So going forward into the new week, that's why something like I didn't have things like this during my own time. When I was trading in my own time, even if there's anybody that was doing live session, then it was NFP. They want to trade NFP or CPI. And to me, I see that if you are basically only trading that or showing newbies to trade that, it looks like gamble. So in my own time, I didn't really see people that were doing market breakdown. So we're all watching the market breakdown and all that. But in this period now, we have it. So this is one of the habits that you should inculcate. Do your market breakdown before you take your trade. You saw the way we broke down different markets and we took trades on some of them. Some of them have hit that take profit. Do not make a mistake of analyzing a trade that you are already on. So you already did the trade and then you are now going to check, okay, is this thing here, is that thing there? No. All of that should be done before clicking on buy or sell. I repeat, don't make that mistake of taking a trade and you've not done that analysis. Maybe you just opened your X and then you saw somebody post something about a particular pair, and that's the first time you're going to add it to your watch list. That is the height of disrespect to yourself. You don't respect yourself, you don't respect your journey, you don't respect your process. Is the height of it. Okay, so whatever data that you have to support the way you trade, stay on it in this week. It's another week to be 1% better, as they say, but that one is motivation. So we'll put motivation aside and face the reality. Make sure you do the things that make you better in this week. If it's following your rules, follow them to the letter. Whatever it is that you know that you're going to do, as long as you don't jeopardize your plan, make sure you do them. If you don't have a plan for the week already, make sure you write one. It's not make sure you think about, no, write it down. Even the Bible says, write the vision, make it plain, so that the one that reads it can run. So you are the one that have the vision, and you need to be looking at the things that you want to do. Because if your motivation is coming from an outer source, I don't know what I will tell you. But if your motivation is coming from it's coming from you, you always push yourself to be better. You always push yourself, to fix mistakes. You always want to push yourself. Alright? So don't over risk. I think that's the last thing I'll just tell you not to do. Don't over risk. I don't risk more than a certain percentage, and I'm comfortable doing that. It does not matter what anybody want to say. I have a data to track that I'm profitable trading it this way, and I don't need to change it. If it's the same case with you, don't over risk, don't over leverage. Oh, you saw somebody take an account from $50 to $5,000. You don't have the skill to do that. You don't have the liquidity to back it, because it might be that that's the person's 10th trial. Do you have $500 in somewhere that you are keeping? No. If you don't have the liquidity, don't do certain practices. They are going to damage you. Alright? So don't overreach and don't over leverage. So however you trade this week, make sure you follow all those things. So the next time we're going to meet again will be on Wednesday, the same time, for the analysis. Alright? And I think that will be all for now. So, like I always say, if you've not made your morning prayers, you've not done what you're supposed to do, make sure you pray. Everybody's doing something now. Make sure you pray. Commit your day to God's hand. Commit your week to God's hands. Commit the remaining part of this month to God's hands. That God is leading you, is guiding you, and you have clarity. There's clarity of mind. You know what to do. You know when to do it, and you know how to do it. Alright? So I think my own prayer for you this week is that you are blessed, you are fruitful, and then you are productive. That will be my prayer for you this week. So for those ones that might want to reach out to join the Hola Prime Traders, send me a DM and then we will talk from there. The DM, you can either send a DM to my X account, or you send a DM, or you drop a comment, I will see it, then I'll tell you where to send the DM, or you can click the link in that my bio. It will just take you directly to, you will see my WhatsApp number there, you just send the DM there. So regardless of that, I wish you a profitable week. Have a nice week. Have a nice day. I'll see you again when I see you. So take care.